Now, this may seem like a foregone conclusion, but based on her performance recently in her first race for the 2024 season, we have to ask, Elaine Thompson-Herah, can she still run fast? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know the next video drops. You drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. And ready? Yep. Good to go. Okay, people, so if you notice my voice doesn't sound the way it would normally sound, it's because I'm fighting the vid. You know what the vid is, right? So my voice sounds a little scratchy and a little off. Now, recently we saw Elaine Thompson-Herah run her first 100 meter for the 2024 season. And this was at the Prefontaine Classic 2024. And her performance was, let's just say, exceedingly underwhelming. How underwhelming? Well, she came last, ninth in fact, with a time of 11.30 seconds. The race was won by Sha'Carri Richardson of the United States, who ran 10.83, a season's best to win. Julian Alfred of St. Lucia came second in 10.93, and Dina Asher-Smith came third in 10.98. Daryl Nita came fourth in a time of 11 seconds flat, with Marija Sitalu coming sixth in 11.05 seconds.
Herah 4, Sha'Carri Richardson 5, Tallow Smith, Tallow goes in 6, Asher Smith 7.
Sha'Carri Richardson, 10.83 for Sha'Carri Richardson. The time.
Now, we did a video following this where we basically said what we think, which is, you know, we just have to wait and see. First race for the season, hard to judge. But I have to concede that seeing Elaine Thompson-Herah come last on the field where she ran the second fastest 100 meter all time, that time of 10.54, was a little bit disheartening. Okay? Now, last year in 2023, after a disastrous start to her season, where she actually contemplated retiring from track and field, that's how bad it was, she found herself a decent coach finally and was able to muster up a season's best of 10.79, which turned out to be the fifth fastest time throughout the entire 2023 season, meaning Elaine Thompson-Herah. This she did also, well, at the Prefontaine Classic at the Diamond League Finals. She came third overall, behind, of course, Jamaica's Shericka Jackson, who won.
5, Jackson in 6.
So, can Elaine Thompson-Herah still run fast? Now, I've gone back and I've looked at that race a few more times. Now, here's the thing. The truth is I really have no idea what's going on with her coach, and with herself and with her team. But there are two things that I noticed about this race that I found interesting. One, she doesn't seem to really be pushing herself. It's kind of odd, but she just wasn't competitive. Now, I find it very difficult to believe that Coach Walcott would send her to run knowing that she just was in no kind of shape, and she was in a 11.30 shape. But the other thing I have to concede is that she generally opens her season in the last couple of years running about 11.20 or somewhere between 11.20 and 11.30. So the truth is, this was not quite out of character. Last year, I believe she ran 11.27 when she opened her season, and the year before it was somewhere around this. So this 11.30 is not quite strange, to be very frank with you. So she's normally opens her season with this kind of time, and then I don't know, I find it hard to believe that her coach would actually send her to run here, you know, knowing that she was in horrendous shape. Now, the good thing is that she didn't look injured to me. She looked fine. She just didn't look as if she came out of first gear. You know, it could be ring rust. Maybe being Jamaican, I'm seeing what I want to see, but And I didn't see panic. She didn't look panicked. She didn't seem panicked. She didn't look as if she was concerned herself. Last year, when she ran her opener, when she ran at 11.25 at the Jamaica College, she looked panicked. She spoke as if she was panicked. I didn't hear that this year. In fact, in an interview previously, which I've already shown and want to show again, not in this video, but I showed it in a previous video, she sounds fine. So clearly, I believe her coach, who's one of the best in the game, he's, of course, her coach and Shelley and Fraser Price's coach, and he's gotten Shelley and Fraser Price to run a 10.60, the fastest time she's ever ran in her life, the third fastest 100 meter ever ran by a woman, period, at age, 33 or 34. He's a brilliant coach. And he sounded confident about her in a recent interview I heard from him. So it could be one of three things. One, I've already said, she tends to open running around something between 11.20 to 11.30. So this is not an unusual time. One. Two, she didn't look injured. She didn't look panicked. And last year when she ran at 11.27 at the Ash9 Stadium at Jamaica College, she was panicked. She actually said she wanted to stop running. She was in so much discomfort and pain. And in a previous interview to her running at the Prefontaine Classic, she said she was fine. Three, she didn't look as if she was in any kind of discomfort. She just looked as if she never came out of first gear, which was kind of odd. Now, the fourth thing I want to point out is, which I find odd, is because athletes by nature are competitive. They're very competitive. So I don't know. I mean, I don't see an athlete running last unless they have no choice. You know, I could be completely wrong. They could just be working on a particular thing, or it could just have been pure ring rust. My point, however, is that last year she was on the verge of giving up, and she closed out the year with the fifth fastest time for the entire 2023 season. So although we've seen her run a 11.30, we have to remember that there's still like about 6 weeks, I think, towards national championships. She's about to run another race very, very soon. She's going to be running in the 100 meters, of course, at the New York City Grand Prix 2024. Don't know what the lineup is yet, but we know she's going to be one of the headliners there. So clearly, the only thing we can actually do based on everything I'm saying is that A, she doesn't seem panicked. Her coaching people don't seem panicked. She doesn't look as if she was in any pain or discomfort. She didn't look as if she got out of first gear. And she normally opens her season running anywhere between 11.20 to 11.30, which is just around the mark. Now, this was, of course, really weird because we saw her running against Sha'Carri and Julian and some of the best female sprinters on the planet. But even Talou didn't run as well as she ran at the National Stadium. So I think I'm going to have to go back to my previous statement. I don't think she's slow anymore. I don't think she's slow. In fact, to answer the question I posed, yeah, I think she can probably still run fast. And the only way we're going to really know this, we can't really assess until we see her at the actual national championships. I can't believe she would be out there running not knowing that she could improve. I hear no panic. I've said these same things over and over again. So the answer is, I think she can still run fast. I think we could see something faster than a 10.79 from her this season. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. Do you think she can still run fast? Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, like button. Remember, your royals, kings and queens. Bless up.